Hi, I'm Stevie Fernandez.
And I'm Trish Whitmer. It's nice to have you with us for this week's Explore Tulsa. Now, when you said countdown to the first day of school, just when does school start?
Well, for Tulsa Public Schools, it starts August 22nd. But the good news is, football starts August 26th.
Well, I'm glad you're ready, but not all families are so lucky, especially families that help by fostering kids.
That's where Joey and Lindsay Riaz have stepped in to help families in Tulsa with the James Mission.
I was in corporate America for many years. I got laid off. Did a lot of arguing with God for 6 months trying to determine what I wanted to do with my life. I got down on my knees and said, okay, God, I'm gonna open the Bible and figure out what to do. And when I opened it up, it landed at the book of James. And I just started reading it and taking notes. And after 27 times, it just kind of hit me. He's like, you need to go and you need to do what this book says.
It just kind of hit me one day driving down the road that I was gonna be 35 that year. But I just had a thought that I haven't done anything with my life. If something were to happen to me at this moment, what have I left? What have I done? But it hit me hard enough that I broke down, like I was in tears, and I just began to plead with God and telling him that I was sorry and forgive me. And if we really truly are here for a reason and a purpose, and what is it? I'm ready, bring it.
So we started looking into foster care and adoption, and kind of at the same time, God was just showing me, you always wanted to do your own business. You always wanted to have a nonprofit. You have an MBA. You have the background. Let's do it. We are a nonprofit that is designed to help families in need. We work with foster families. We work with biological families that are reunifying with their children. We work with caseworkers that are trying to help preventative services for families to keep them together. And we also help with low-income families. And we do that by providing clothing, toys, shoes, toiletries, furniture, beds, things like that, the basic necessities of life to help them and keep them with the things that they need. We've fostered over 25 kids in 3 years, and each and every child that's come into our home comes with what they have on, and typically it's not anything nice. It's holes, it's too big, it's too small, it's worn out. And so that kind of was this big need is, they come with nothing, and we want them to have clothing, shoes that fit, nice clothes that aren't stained up and torn up, that they're proud to be in.
Put yourself in a child's position. You just get removed from the only home that you know. You don't know what's going on half the time, because a lot of times it was something that happened with the parents or the family, so these kids are confused. The foster families are excited. You're taking them in, yeah, we get to foster, we get our first kid, and these kids, they don't want to be there. They want to be at home. So a lot of that times, you portray these kids as having problems and issues, but the reality is they don't know how to express themselves sometimes and say, hey, what's going on? And so a lot of time, because it doesn't become verbal, they internal, and then it shows through something else, maybe a behavior or some other action of form that they come through. And I think that's where that confusion may get in a lot of times for these kids, because these kids they just want to be loved. That's all. They just want to be loved and want a home.
When you get a child, it's never at a convenient time, so they may call you on a Friday night at 2 in the morning and say, hey, we have these 3 kids, can you take them? They come with what they have on, and you're trying to scramble for something for them to sleep in, a pillow, whatever it might be. So we have created an on-call system called Loads of Love, where we have on-call volunteers that are trained that can meet a caseworker or a foster parent at the building to get a bag that's already pre-filled with like a week's worth of clothes, toiletries, a toy, or a journal or coloring book for some of the older kids, and shoes, diapers, wipes, socks, underwear, all of those basic necessities, so they actually have something to take with them.
What I'm realizing and finding out is, if you're living that day and seeking God in that purpose, tomorrow will take care of itself. We have different plans lined out that we want to expand to help take care of foster families and different caseworkers, different needs, and going out like that. So I guess as far as the purpose and moving forward is just trying to align all that with what we're doing today and figure out who else can tie in with this, I guess we'll call it a project, this mission.